Hi guys, Britta and Pierre here. We're doing our first video for fish tanks. Reason behind it is because we've just started up marine after doing 2 years of freshwater planted tanks, and a lot of the advice and everything else we obviously get from YouTube videos, so figured we'd share what we know. Here?
Yeah, what she said.
So this is the Aqua One 120. Pretty much comes with everything. Lights included. The only things that we've added that are extra, obviously the live rock, which we got from our local pet store. Same with the sand. The sand, like Pierre mentioned, the power head. All of this stuff, so the protein skimmer, the thermometer, the pump, heater, all came with the tank. And then we got this mover separately. Obviously it's a bit high end, but our end goal is eventually to upgrade this to a red reef tank. Red Sea, is it Red Sea? Red Reef? Red Sea, whatever. Tank in maybe a year or so, once we get the hang of everything we're doing. We also got the sea water refractometer. We've pretty much gotten everything Red Sea. As I said, we want to upgrade to the Red Sea series, so figured just keep everything online. Same with the salt that we use. We did use the Red Sea salt, and we've already put some in. So I'll just have Pierre go through the sump with everyone and just give a picture. So this tank is about 6 days old now. So it's slowly starting to cycle. We've been dosing
Stability from CChem every day in regard to having our little cycle up and running. And you can see the sock over there has started to turn brown a little bit, meaning, well, the tank is doing its thing. Bacteria is starting to start to populate the filter media.
We did put a few spins on what the instructions said, because they did have the protein skimmer in the first section, but we were getting a lot of micro bubbles, so basically we put it in the second section and then put filter media that has been catching all the micro bubbles. So we really don't have a lot of micro bubbles in the tank anymore, which is great, because we have heard that there's a lot of issues with micro bubbles in the beginning of tanks.
Not that they are a nuisance, but they're just ugly to look at and you don't see much.
Yeah, and we also we have our little reptile lamp down here just so that we can, especially since we've been spending quite a bit of time down here in the beginning, just getting everything sorted, especially with trying to get our bubbles halfway up, which has been kind of annoying since they don't seem to want to stick.
Yeah, in the schema. Now I'm thinking it's also because I might not have much organic matter in the tank that is dying, so that's probably why the tank hasn't been, well, the skimmer hasn't been pulling out much skim. Now it's probably a good thing because we also dose stability, which are the bacteria.
And you can see here salinity is about 0.022, I'd say, and that's what our Red Sea refractometer is saying as well. So we don't want to spike it too quickly, just because we're not putting in anything just yet anyways, and we've heard that fish like it
less salty than more salty.
Yeah, initially, and it's easier to up it later.
Well, when you up it, you just have to add a little bit of salt at the top or the bottom. Usually we do it at the bottom so it doesn't look too bad, or we just mix it with a bit of water.
Lots of bubbles. The filter media we're using is from our Eheim filter that we had before, so we just chuck some of that Eheim
filter padding.
We've got that thermometer as well. That didn't come with the tank. We got that separate, just from our local pet shop. Nice to just have it in there just so we can see what the temperature is. Same with the temperature gauge that we put over next to the pump. And yeah, that pretty much is the sump. It's really nice having the sump, obviously, in such a small tank, but it doesn't leave us much room for anything. Luckily, our freshwater tank has room for storage, so we keep a lot of that just in the cupboard, since we can't obviously store anything here. And we do have some ceramic beads.
Yep. For that bioloid to start to work.
And then this is the tank. We also put a thermometer on the side, just where the filter is. You can see it's between 25 and 26. And that's the filter that you can't really see from the outside, and the light that it comes with. We do plan on trading out the light though for either a Kessel or an AI eventually, but we'll just start with this one. So far so good. And there's our wave maker. It does give me a couple lines with all the lights, but obviously that's just the camera.
Yeah. And you can see on the live rock as well. The good thing is that our local pet store had a bit of coralline algae on the pet rock, on the live rocks.
Right now we do have a pet rock, actually 3 pet rocks, since there's nothing else in there except for a couple of feather dusters and little hitchhikers and stuff that decided to come in. But this is what we're using to just help start cycle the tank, along with the stability that we're using as well.
Other than that, we haven't seen any apparition of other type of algae yet, so no diatom, or how people will call it, brown algae, which usually in the cycling process just populates the whole entire aquarium.
Yeah, so far our tank, it looks incredibly clean. Like I said, not a lot of micro bubbles. Not a lot of gunk or algae or anything really, so far so good. But we'll see what happens.
We'll
in
see
the
what
next couple
happens.
days.
I expect it to turn quite soon because we're gonna be adding some rocks. Those ones not being live rocks.
Yeah, we did get some rocks that we had previously from the beach, and Pierre's boiled them, and we're gonna put them in the tank. So hopefully that doesn't cause any chaos. Also, just for some people, this is the chaos of our cables at the moment. Obviously not very pretty, but we did invest a bit in our power bar because obviously with as many electronics connected, we don't want to have any issues with shortages or anything like that. Everything's labeled so that when we do a clean, it's easy to basically pull out what we need, as well as the lights. Like I said, not very pretty at the moment, but once we get the light traded out as well and we only have one socket, it'll be easier. We do use these automatic timers just so that we don't have to mess with turning the lights on and off. So pretty good setup going at the moment, but it'll only get better from here, I hope. So far so good. All the stuff that has come with the tank has been quite good actually, so yeah, we'll see. We'll continue to give some updates as soon as we get some stuff in the tank as well. Here's just a full shot of the tank. And those cables aren't usually there. So I hope you enjoyed our tank. There will be plenty of videos to come as we get it up and running. We never did a series for our freshwater ones, so we'd like to kind of track the progress of the marine one since this is our first time doing it. Feel free to ask any questions or comment below. We'll try and get back. Pierre's more of the testy water parameters, make sure everything's perfect person. I'm more of the does it look nice, what do we put in it type of person. So yeah, we kind of complement each other when it comes to how we set up our tanks, and it works well since marine or any tank can be a bit of work, especially in the beginning, especially with cleaning and water changes, etc., etc. So yeah, hope you enjoy this, and like I said, any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Thanks, see ya.